Tonight, it's the National Football League Super Bowl 61.
No more distractions. It's time to get this one started as here we go. Super Bowl 61 is underway. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4.
Brought down at the 31.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Working out of the gun, Love. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
On 3rd down, Love. Going left side here, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. To throw now, here's Love. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. To the ground.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Love. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Going back to Love. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines, the defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
Play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown, Carolina! A big play there. 64 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with a quick throw out left. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field.
That's good.
A big play here for the Bills. 46 yards.
Down and goal to go.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll run with Dobbins. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
One more time with Dobbins. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Throwing. Love. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2. Got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. Touchdown, Carolina! Laviska Shenault, 58 yards. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there. Really
good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Love. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Love. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Flushed out right. That's caught by the tight end, Herb Smith Jr. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Love from the gun. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And the Bills are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Up taking it in from It's now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up. Well, Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Love. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out.
Set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for Carolina. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's Jones. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards that time. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with a kind of...
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
At the 25-yard line.
2nd down, Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And again this time to the tailback. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
At the 20-yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Jones now on third down. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
At the 16-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, Love escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Off the play fake, Love. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. He'll buy some time right. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. 4. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. First down, going to the air with Love. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
To the sideline and incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
Joey Sly in for the field goal.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Joey Sly set to kick.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Love looking to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
It's second and 8 at the 24-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Love. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Bills have retaken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Not much there, only a yard.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Flush to his right. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big play there for the Panthers. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, Jones escaping the pressure right. That is caught inside the 5. And the Panthers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones Flushed out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
On second and goal, Jones eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. From the gun, Jones. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on third down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will tie us at 24 all. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Dobbins, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D lineman, you play the run.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and they will take a 7-point lead. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
At the 35-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
24.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Laviska Shenault, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Panthers take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
50-yard line.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. 3rd and long for Love. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now a dump off here complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
At the 32-yard line.
Again, it's Love. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. To the air again, Love. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. J.K. Dobbins. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have the full conversation with your offensive unit. And you tell them, here's the situation. They got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And at a 42-yard line here and brought down there. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
42-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
26 mark, 26 mark. I got you. I got you.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now Jones to the right side and complete to Hurst. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
48.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
26 mark, 26 mark.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Working out of the gun. Love. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. Past the 20. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. Escaping the pressure right. And he finds Howard complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. They'll roll him out right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
At the Bills' 4-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that score, in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
At the 25-yard line. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Love. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10, and we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
54. One last shot now for Love. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Touchdown! He's in on the game's final play. No time on the clock, and they're the Super Bowl champions.
Wow. And that touchdown means a decision has to be made. Do they kick the PAT and tie it up, or do they go for 2 and try and win it right now?
It's a huge roll of the dice, a 2-point conversion to decide the Super Bowl. One final shot. They'll look to throw, and that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it, and this one's over. Partner, I am at a loss for words. The Super Bowl, you could have kicked the extra point, gone to overtime, guts to go for 2, but now questions to answer as they lose it.
Just think, we were both thinking it as they lined up to go for 2, right? The whole idea.